So how did Helene end up coming to town? Anyone remember? She's not from that town. She was visited only for a little bit. Yeah, this is based in, I think it was the 60s. So like they're starting to give out yeah, like billing machines. She was helping sell like helping sell and install like hardware. So Helene is an out of town. We could go saleswoman. I think technically she's a support staff, but that's not relevant. You know, she's from out of town. So Celine's an out of town saleswoman visiting for, it was only 8 weeks. So how did these two eventually end up meeting? Yeah, Helene was, you know, we know Harry's a good actor already. Helene was convinced to audition for a local play. Like, hey, nice way to make, you know, meet people, do something while you're here, right? You're here for 8 weeks. Nice way to meet people, keep yourself busy. So she was convinced to audition for a play, and she meets Harry there. And then what happens when she meets Harry? Totally just, oh my God, awestruck, right? Like, oh my God, he's so handsome and charming and confident. He was like checking it out. Right. So they immediately hit it off, right? So Helene, I'm just gonna put she. So she immediately becomes attracted to Harry, but not to Harry, right? It's actually to his character. So they go on this play, and you know, they end up you know, going through the motions and stuff. And then once she kind of realized, like, you know, once the play's over, how does she react when, you know, Harry's running away and not talking to her anymore? How did she feel? Confused. She also felt, Helene felt, she felt rejected and confused, right? She felt really rejected by Harry, because Harry's not interested in her, right? Harry's just this shy guy. So felt rejected by Harry. And then, so the first night of the play went great, right? The second night of the play, how was her acting? She was completely off, right? She was not doing a good job, forgetting her lines, wasn't like, you know, acting the way she did before. So she has a bad performance, but eventually she bounces back and has a good one, right? And we'll learn into why that is here later. So, okay, cool. The play's over. That's it. They can go back to their lives. So what ends up happening there? So they finish the play. And we eventually know they start talking again and dating. How does she pull that off? He was the one like making the conversation, like talking to him. Well, she was the one who was like leading it for sure. But you know, before when she tried that, he just wouldn't respond. Now he's responding, and he's responding confidently. He's flirting with her. How'd she do that? Yeah. So Aline, oops. So Aline eventually tricks Harry, and gives him, anyone recall the book? It was Romeo and Juliet. The classic love novel, right? Hey, why don't you play Roman? I'll play Juliet. So she gives him Romeo and Juliet. They recite. Oops. Yeah, she got his name engraved on it and everything. Yeah, good detail. So they recite the lines. She engraves like the name on the book. And so while they're reciting the lines, you know, they use the characters. Sorry, they don't use the characters. They have Harry play the characters to date and talk to Helene. They eventually end up getting married and continue doing plays. So she sticks around.
What's like his way of expressing himself because like when they were like reading the quotes in the book, like, talking to each other or something.
Yeah, absolutely. So we know what the plot is. We're going to eventually explore the themes and the characters as well. But to do that, we want to actually start reading. And the big goal of reading this is we know what the story is. I think we have a pretty good idea about like what the characters are and their motivations and how they feel. We will talk about that. But what we really also want to find in here is we want to find evidence, because at some point we're going to have to make claims, right? I think Harry's a really shy guy. Well, how do you know that? Well, he ran away from like plays all the time, right? You're finding evidence. So that's what we're going to start going through as we read through this. Is we're just going to highlight some of the evidence here. Is everyone finished writing that down?
I know not the bottom.
Yeah, no worries. Oh, I see what I've done here. Let's do. There you go. Hey. So we are gonna start going through here. Just a little bit. So who am I this time? And so I'm gonna have you guys just quickly write the author's name on there. It's Kurt Von. Doing good. 2 G's, I think. So it's just nice to know the author. Okay.